When to say something or not when you're pissed off and angry. Welcome to your daily motivation and inspiration with Dan on this beautiful sunny morning at the frozen pond. So this video is about when to say something or not, and I don't think people are saying a lot today. I think people are holding back. In fact, maybe people are complaining silently, and then that gets turned inwards and becomes anger turned inwards. I don't know if you've heard this before though, but cancer and other diseases are anger turned inwards. So when to say something or not, you should always say something. Maybe sometimes you say it in silence first, or maybe not in silence, but in your own space, and then you can talk about it. But you should get those thoughts out of your head. You know my theory, if you've heard me talk about this before, that thoughts become entangled as they pass through your lips and over fingertips. So you want to get the thoughts out of your head somewhere where you can see them. So good to write them down, then you can at least see what you're thinking. Otherwise it's just thoughts moving around in your mind and you can't do anything about them. So you should always say something, and you should always get angry if you need to, because anger is going to turn you towards joy, and the only way to get to joy is through anger sometimes. And if you use it to your advantage, then you can get angry and then start asking yourself some effective questions, like what simple step can I take towards achieving the goal I want? What simple step can I take to solve this problem? What can I do right now that's going to make me feel better? What is a better feeling thought right now? What is a better feeling emotion right now? Just start asking these questions, and then that will move you in the right direction. But if you don't take the first step, which is getting pissed off, getting angry, letting it out, and just pouring that out someplace, then you're not going to move through to the second part, which is turning that anger into something advantageous, something that you like, something joyful, something inspirational. It's just the way it works, unfortunately. But there's a lot of blaming and complaining going on. I've talked about it before. I think a lot of us have the victim virus. We look outside of ourselves and we'll blame others, we'll blame the environment, we'll blame the government, we'll blame the big corporations, they're messing with us, the banks, the Reichman family, the Rothschild, they're the ones, they have all the money, they control us, and we don't do anything about it. We just sit there and blame and complain and say, oh, I can't do anything about this. And that's not true. We can do something about it. We can make a change. We can control our lives. We can control our thinking and our emotions, and we absolutely can turn anger into something advantageous if we let it. And I could have been angry at so many things in my life, with so many things that have gone on with my family and parents and all sorts of chaotic things. And I remember growing up and my dad being a butcher in the meat shop, and if I did something wrong, he would just take the meat tray and flop it down and say, do it again. That was his way of handling things. I could be angry about that, but instead I say, okay, well, that's his method. That was his way of teaching. I'm not going to repeat that. I won't do that with my children. That's the best thing that I can do, is not repeat the behavior, not repeat the way of handling things. So if you're not watching this video on my YouTube channel, there are other videos like this. You can go over there and subscribe and like it so that you can get more notifications about these kinds of videos. And as always, thanks for watching.